Okay, hello everybody. Let me turn this down. I was actually watching FlossTube, trying to catch up on FlossTube, and thought this would be a good time to do a live stream. I haven't done one in a while, so let me just make sure I'm active. Oh, I guess I can't check them. Okay, I have to go to a different account to see if I'm on. Yes, okay. I'm active. I don't know how to change the picture because I'm not stitching on that tonight. And actually, I'm much further along than that picture. I'll have to figure that out. Wait, can I do that here? Where do I change the picture? I don't know. You guys know what I'm doing. Um, okay. Okay, so anyway, I was watching FlossTube. My son is asleep right next to me. His legs off. There. Get them out of the way. You see how I can. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll try to manage this way. I don't have something to set my Q-snap on. I usually just prop it on my leg. Let me see where I am. Did I do... Okay, I did do a stitch there. What? Okay, all right, I'm ready. All right. I kind of forgot what I was doing, so I had to go back and check. Anyway, I don't have a floor stand or anything to clamp this on, so I just usually put my leg up. And maybe I can manage that because this is going to be very slow goings if I can't do it the way I usually do it. So I gotta move my son. I'm gonna move part of my camera, wibbly wobbling. Okay, and I'm gonna bring my legs up here. Okay, now if I can angle this just so. Okay, let's see how that works because this is how I stitch usually. And I can go much faster now that I can see what I'm doing. Yay. Anyway, how is everyone? I have my window open, so you may hear the occasional annoying motorcyclist who feels the need to rapidly accelerate at a very noisy level through the red light the second it turns green. I've kind of gotten used to it. But I can't stand is the very noisy tractor trailer trucks that run through this red light in the morning. Unfortunately, my city where I live does not have a bypass. Like there's no major highway that goes around the city. So all these trucks have to go through the city to get south of the city, and I am sure they hate it as much as I do. And some of them think they're clever and use the road by my house as like a back way to get through the city. And I hear them it starts around 4 o'clock in the morning. So I keep the windows shut then. Um, the night air is a nice, gorgeously cool breeze tonight. But, as it gets deeper into the summer, we just let the central air run. So I'm not often having the windows open anyway. It is my dream, though, to one day um, have a homestead, or at least a part land with like 2 acres. I don't want a lot of acres because I used to live in a house that had 11 acres, and that was a pain in the butt to try to maintain. So, I mean, if the opportunity arose, I might consider it, but 2 to 5 acres would be ideal. Just something enough to have a garden, have goats for the goat milk, because goats are easier to handle than cows. There's less involved. You still get milk, but there's less involved. Um, Chickens. I've raised chickens before. They're always a delight to have eggs at hand. And yeah, just a lot of garden beds. So if cryptocurrency goes in the direction that everyone says it might, that would be my pipe dream for the investments I've made. Which my investments presently are looking pretty delightful, but they're not enough for me to buy a 5 acre farmhouse, that's for sure. So, um, so anyway, I was looking at floss tubers and realized that I only really watch 4, and the one only updates maybe once a month. No, I watch 5. Um, Teresa's Little Stitchers. She's actually the first person I ever watched floss tubes on. Um, and she was the one that inspired me to do more cross stitch. I can't even tell you why I started cross stitching in the first place, but after seeing the pieces that she was doing and seeing what was out there, what people were capable of, I really got into the craft. Because before seeing her, I knew cross stitch to be, the 1990s circa corny home sweet home uh, circle hoops, uh, finished and hung on the wall of grandma's house. You know what I mean? I didn't know it could be so modernized. And so I got really excited and into it after seeing her floss tube channel. And for the longest time, did not realize how deep and wide the ocean of floss tubers really was. And there's a whole culture behind the floss tube community. There's so many people that everyone just kind of knows their name because they've been around for so long, and they're just a household name. And they say, "Oh yeah, I got this from blah blah blah," or "I did this stitch along with blah blah blah," or "This person runs a Facebook group and is doing blah blah blah," and I don't know who any of these people are. So I kind of feel, well, I've always kind of felt like the girl that wants to be like the cool kids, so she invites the coolest kids at school to her birthday party and none of them show up. That's me. You know? And that's okay. I accept my fate. But I'm certainly not somebody that someone would say, oh yeah, this is something I did a stitch along with Sarah and Stitches, who hosted it on her Facebook group where she has 2,000 followers. I am not that tier of achievement as a floss tuber. But that being said, I did realize shortly after watching, so I watched a lot of like tutorials that Teresa did, and I started to see that there was recommendations for other videos and realized that, okay, there might be a few floss tubers more than just one, you know. I expected, yeah, there might be like a dozen. um, Little did I know that there's a lot more than a dozen. So let me just see, what does this button do? Enter your message. Okay. I guess that's if I want to talk in the chat. Just making sure I did. Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't have something turned off. Okay, anyway. Um, so I watched a couple other floss tubers, and I don't watch Teresa that much anymore. Teresa's Little Stitchers. But I started to kind of mill around, you know, poke my head in here, poke my head in there, and then I found Alma's Little Wonders. Uh, she does a lot of like nerdy cross stitch stuff, um, but also has a mix of other things too. So she has like traditional type cross stitch stuff, kitted stuff, and then she also does like the nerdy stuff like Harry Potter, and she has a Wonder Woman piece that she's working on. Um, so I got really into watching her. She was the first one I started to watch routinely. So she usually posts every week, and I think I've watched um, every update since I started following her. And then watching her after a while, I thought about actually posting videos myself. And oddly, my mother asked me the other day. She said, why do you do this? why do you post on YouTube? What is the point of all this?" And I really didn't know how to answer her. And my original thought was to say, well, um, it's helping me to make, cross stitch friends, connect with the community. I don't really have anyone that I stitch with. Um, I think I mentioned before that I tried to start palling around with a lady at church, but she never returned my calls. Um, so we could never really settle on a date. I just kind of gave up, gave up trying. I mean, you can only try so many times before you can get the hint. So I don't really stitch with anybody, and I always had this vision that it would be kind of cool to just, I don't know, hang out with people virtually or in person and chit chat and stitch, and that just doesn't seem to ever that reality doesn't seem to be a possibility, but that's okay. I mean, I do get the occasional comments from you. I appreciate anyone who takes the time to comment on the things that I put on my channel. Um, at this point, I think I'm just kind of doing it for myself to watch my progress. Plus, it's kind of a game to say, oh, look, I got 2 more subscribers this week. That's exciting. So I know I have definitely come a long way. For the longest time, I had somewhere between 70 and 75 subscribers. and I would post videos and I'd lose subscribers or not gain any at all or gain one. And I don't know, I just felt like I wasn't reaching anybody. And it was kind of a lonely feeling. So there was a while there that I thought about just quitting the whole thing altogether. Because I really didn't know why I was doing it anymore, except for my own sake, you know. But anyway, I started watching Ginger Gerald Stitches, which uh, I started watching him in December during the Flossmas. He would update his videos every day, and I thought, oh well, maybe I could do that too and generate some more interest for the channel. But I think I did it for a week, and then I was like, eh, I don't have Gerald's conviction to posting on a regular basis. And I do stitch every night, but I just don't think I have the progress that would warrant an update every single day like that. So, um, for a while there, I was only posting once a month, and then I kind of slipped into the habit of posting once a week, um, which means I don't have as much to show, and maybe that's I personally, it's hard for me to sit through an hour and a half video. Uh, so I don't usually catch the whole discussion of everything that's going on. I'll fast forward through a lot of stuff just to see the progress of what they're working on. So I thought it was better to update every week and so to limit the video size down. But um, I don't know. It's what I'm doing right now. So I'll just stick with what I know. But anyway, yeah, so I watched him for a while. So for a while there, I just basically would watch um, Alma's Little Wonders and then Ginger Gerald Stitches. And I discovered Floss Abilities, which I really like the stuff that she's working on. She and I have very similar taste in artists. She covers a lot more ground than I do. I'm amazed at how many stitches she's able to accomplish in a month. So I like to watch her grow, her works grow. Um, and I think she posts uh, either every other week or monthly. She doesn't post weekly. So, but I started watching her as well. And she's what introduced me to the pain-free craft community, which is really nice to be on a Facebook group with some other like-minded people. But and I'm having trouble making that initial how do you do, you know. I know that there are people that talk about make mention of going to like retreats and meeting all these other floss tubers and stitchers and befriending everybody and um, yeah, I don't even know. I don't know how to get involved in anything like that. I don't know how to get involved in being actively social in the Facebook groups either. So I just kind of am a wallflower at this point. I mean, I do my postings showing my progress and stuff, but I'm not really meeting anybody. So I know it's difficult to do, especially in COVID era, but just in general, like I'm kind of, you know, out of practice. I haven't grown up in a generation where you meet people online in a friendly way, so I'm not quite sure how to go about it. But I don't know. It would be nice to find a way to connect with people better than what I'm doing right now. So, anyway, I'm sorry. I don't know how I got on this topic. My whole intent was to talk about the floss tubers that I've been watching and to ask for suggestions. Um, but then I had a bit of a pity party. So, um, the other person I started to watch recently is Joy-Filled Stitches, which I wish I had just a micro amount of her energy and personality. While this truck goes by, I'm gonna get a snack. My favorite snack is causing me to gain weight. So next week I'm going on a sugar fast. So I have to eat up my nerds. So they're not going to be in the house next week or else I'll be too tempted. The other thing I'm going to miss is my husband's coffee. He makes the best coffee, but I can't drink coffee unless it has sugar in it. So I just keep telling myself, it's only for a week. I can make it through a week. And then I'll go back to the way things were and gain back all the weight I lose. So, anyway, I hope that's not too noisy. I can't think of anyone else that I watch. Kindred Stitcher I watch sometimes. Jan Hicks, I watch her sometimes. These people I don't watch like routinely or religiously, but I would love to have more ideas like on who to follow, who to watch, because it's really hard to accidentally stumble on people with the YouTube recommendations. And I just don't spend enough time. Like I watch a lot of other different type of YouTube videos. I don't watch just floss tubes. So I don't spend a lot of time searching for new people. But if you have any suggestions on someone worth looking up and watching, that would be wonderful. And if you have any suggestions on Facebook groups or other ways that I can interact with people, that would be wonderful as well. So let me just pull my mic away. Okay. I was afraid that my chewing was too loud. And I want to make this into, oops, sorry. I didn't want to make this into an ASMR video. Me chewing on nerds. I am so addicted to them though. There's times that I have a box in my car. And if I get stressed out, I just swig nerds like they're a flask of alcohol. It's really helpful though. Now I have to show you my dreaded back. So prepare yourselves. And here it is. Shocking. Okay. Yeah, I don't like to be alone. Like if my husband goes away, I mean my son Lincoln, he's glued to me, but if my husband has to go away, I usually make one of my kids hang out with me. Oop, Gosh, sorry about that. Until he comes back, because I can't bear being up here by myself. But every so often, I get in the mood to watch trashy television and basically anything on TLC. So, like 600-Pound Life, 90 Day Fiance. My husband hates these shows with a burning passion, and so they are forbidden shows. And so sometimes, like if you, sorry, the camera's at a really bad spot for me. I'm trying to work around it. Okay, anyway. Sometimes, like if he has to go to his mother's house and is going to be gone for the evening, sometimes I binge watch trash television with great pleasure. So that's the other thing I watch. I watch Let's Play video games because I'd never have time to play video games. So I watch other people play them, especially horror games, which I talked about in another Stitch With Me. And yeah. Gosh, it's almost 30 minutes already. I'm going to wrap this up. I'll try to do another live stream next week. I do like talking. Oops. I just don't have a lot of people that come on and talk back. So please feel welcome to come on and chat whenever you see that I'm on here. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.